Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and in this video I want to take a look at some of the biggest PC game releases coming in July 2018. Now, July is always known to be the weakest month of game releases when you take a look at every month of the year, and seasonally, the summertime is just that dead period where a lot of developers and publishers don't release their games, and that has always had me scratching my head, as I would think that summertime, everybody's out from school, why not release a couple of big games during that time period? But alas, it usually doesn't happen. You usually see game releases really pick up in August. However, in July, we do have a couple of interesting titles, some titles that I want to shed some light on too, so I've got 5 games here to go over, so let's get right into this. Number 1, the Banner Saga 3. Yes, the Banner Saga is concluding with the Banner Saga 3, and it has always shocked me at how underappreciated of a franchise Banner Saga is. Banner Saga has already had 2 games, of course, with Banner Saga 1 and 2. By the way, those 2 games are both on sale as a part of the Steam Summer Sale. I believe they are both $9 and change, and for that price, they are absolutely worth it. But when you take a look at the quality of titles that the Banner Saga games are, and then their reception, I mean, you look at the Banner Saga 1, and a good way to gauge popularity in a game, in my opinion, on Steam is to look at how many reviews a game has. Banner Saga 2, on the other hand, only has 1,200 reviews, and these are games that I would put up there with some of the best downloadable only titles ever. And when you look at these games' art style, their storytelling, their gameplay, these are absolutely top-notch RPG games. Now, they do have a strategy element as well, and you guys know me, even in my RPGs, I much more prefer an action-heavy RPG, but these games do definitely make an exception. They are fantastic games. Now, with the release of the Banner Saga 3, I would recommend you to play through the first 2 games, and those 2 games are absolutely worth playing. So that's not a slight in any way on these games. I believe on consoles, they are releasing the Banner Saga trilogy. I don't know if PC players are going to see something similar where we have all 3 games bundled at a cheaper price, but again, the first 2 titles are discounted right now, so give those a look if you have yet to. And then the Banner Saga 3 will be released on July 24th.
And Folka, their steadfast shield maiden. Bolverk's dedication to finishing a job is unquestionable, whether the world's ending or not. It's a dire mistake, then, that it was the Spellweavers who crossed him. With his trust betrayed, his ravens ripped from his grasp, and his eyes opened to the truth by an unexpected connection to the rampaging Dredge forces. Bolverk may become the unstoppable force that shreds the last few threads of light in the darkness.
Next up, we have a couple of games that I am very excited for, and that is Mega Man X Collection 1 and 2. Yes, the Mega Man X series of games are coming to PC with the X Collection 1 and 2. These games will include all of the X titles from X1 to X8. The only game you're missing is X Command Mission, which was more of an RPG. And I know that there's more of a nostalgic appeal with the original Mega Man games, Mega Man 1 through 8, but to me, Mega Man X was just a far more engaging game. Maybe it's because of how fast-paced they were, the crazy power-ups that you get, the dashing. The dashing was a much appreciated addition in the Mega Man X games, and all of the games to me were rather good. I know some aren't a fan of like Mega Man X7, and even with just X6, X7, and X8, many would say the series stayed past its welcome, but I have a soft spot in my heart for these games. I think they're great, and at the very least, X1 through X5 are excellent games. Kinda sucks how they split up the collection into 2 separate games, but considering you do have 8 games across the 2 collections, I think I can forego that a little bit. Mega Man X Collection 1 and 2 hit on July 24th. Next up, how could this list be complete without a Battle Royale game? We have a new Battle Royale game coming into early access, and that is Islands of Nine Battle Royale. This is a game that I've been following a little bit. It does have a cool sci-fi look going on for it, so it's very different presentation-wise than PUBG or Fortnite. The game's description touts drop into a massive alien-built arenas and begin the frantic search for weapons and gear, all while trying to stay one step ahead of the advancing plasma field. or the sights of other contenders. Ion offers its players a skill-driven, first-person only battle royale, all built into a unique sci-fi universe. Now, of course, I know some of you guys have grown tired of all the battle royale talk, but I feel like there's still a little bit of room for the battle royale genre to grow. Yes, we have a lot of BR titles announced, but let's see all of these titles be released, and sooner rather than later, the strongest will survive. All of the bottom-tier BR titles will be withered out, but Islands of Nine does seem to have some potential. I should mention this game has some lofty system requirements. On the minimum side of things, you're looking at an Intel Core i5 2500K, 6GB of RAM, and a GTX 660 or an AMD Radeon HD 7850. On the recommended side of things, you're looking at a beefy Intel Core i7 4790K and a GeForce GTX 1060 or an AMD R9 290, and then it also touts 25GB of available storage space. So this looks to be a battle royale title that's going to be relatively difficult to run, so just keep that in mind. Not going to be as smooth as Fortnite, and considering that it will be hitting early access in July, I imagine performance issues will be abundant, but I'll be checking out Islands of Nine as it'll be hitting early access on July 12th. Next up, I have a game that hardly anyone is talking about, and it's a super stylish game that I stumbled upon just a few days ago, and that is Rifter. Here's the description for Rifter. Breathtakingly fast and tough as nail, Rifter is an acrobatic platformer drenched in neon and infused with a pumping 80s synthwave soundtrack. Run, swing, smash, and dash at exhilarating speeds on a quest to discover the secrets of a shattered world. Right away when you look at Rifter, I feel like it's hard not to be captivated by this game. Just the unique look to it, the stylish presentation, it reminds you a little bit of Hotline Miami, has a little bit of Bionic Commando going on for it. Sonic is definitely in there, and those are all the games that the developers used to describe this game as. They actually described it as the love child of Dust Force, Sonic, Bionic Commando, and Hotline Miami. The game has over 90 stages, 30 character upgrades, unlockable skills, different endings, and the mysteries surrounding the world of Rifter. This looks to be a pretty stunning game, and it's going to be super easy to run as it's released the same day of Islands of Nine, but of course with Rifter, it'll be headed into its full release right away on July 12th. And finally, we have another game that I've discovered very recently, and that is the Spectrum Retreat. Spectrum Retreat is described as a challenging first-person puzzle game set in a near future. You awake at the Penrose Hotel, a peaceful yet unsettling refuge from the outside world. As a valued guest, your existence is embedded into the corridors and guest rooms of the Penrose. The game itself, right away, when you look at it, it's gonna give you a lot of vibes of Portal, but considering that Portal has been gone from the gaming world for a long time, I will definitely appreciate a Portal-style experience. Got a pretty unique look going on for it, and I can always appreciate a well-developed puzzle game, even though puzzle games aren't really up my alley. I really enjoyed Portal. Who knows how the game itself will turn out, but this is one to definitely keep on your radar. Requirement-wise, it is a little bit on the higher side of things, especially for a puzzle game like this. You're looking at an FX 6300 or an Intel Core i3 at minimum, 4GB of RAM, an RX 550 or a GTX 750 Ti or higher. On the recommended side of things, it is a little bit beefier. You're looking at an FX 8350 or an Intel Core i5, 8GB of RAM, an RX 570 or an NVIDIA GTX 1060 on the GPU side of things. Still, if you're into Portal, if you're into more creepy games, the Spectrum Retreat is one to be on the lookout for. It's releasing on July 13th.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Something isn't right.
So that is going to conclude this video. Yes, July is a rather quiet month for game releases, but there's a lot of games that I'm personally very excited for. The Banner Saga 3 is almost guaranteed to be excellent. Mega Man X Collection 1 and 2 is a love letter to me, and I know if you guys played those games back in the day, you'll appreciate that as well. Islands of Nine looks interesting, yet another BR game. Rifter looks absolutely awesome, and the Spectrum Retreat I think has a lot of potential. Let me know if you're planning on checking out any of these games in July. Are you interested in some of these games, but you're just in the mindset that you're gonna wait on a sale for them? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.